Good evening and thanks for joining us. The Sullivan County murder case of Lowell Badger remains unsolved as the case nears its third year. As News 10's John Swanner explains, his family continues to hold out hope that someone somewhere knows something that will land Lowell's killer behind bars.
Lowell Badger spent a lot of time at Kingsley United Methodist Church, so much time that he paid for this stained glass window right above the main entrance. He passed his faith on to his children and relatives who spent this past Thanksgiving at the same church Lowell called home.
He was caring, kind, compassionate, just the best dad ever.
Lowell also loved being a grandfather, and he had a soft spot in his heart for his horses. He also served 4 years on the Levee Board. Dwayne Wampler was on the levee with Lowell when 9/11 happened.
He looked at me and he said, how ruthless can people be? How can they do something like that?
In a sick twist of irony, that same ruthlessness came to visit Lowell's very own home. Imagine his family's grief when his son discovered this kind, compassionate man shot in the back of the head and left for dead.
Somebody knows something. It doesn't matter how small the piece is or how big. You know, that one little piece might help get them to the next step.
For the family Lowell left behind, it's been 3 years of no closure, not only due to the fact that the suspect or suspects remain free, but also how Lowell died. Linda said her family saw him just a week before the murder. He was happy, relatively healthy, and independent. Then he was gone. Even at his funeral, the casket was closed.
It's just a double whammy of, you know, there is no closure at all in any form of this case, and that just really is, it's hard to move on from something like that.
Which is why Lowell's family hopes that someone, somewhere will come forward and help bring this kind, compassionate man's killer to justice. In Sullivan County, I'm John Swanner, News 10.
Indiana State Police tell News 10 the case remains active and they review it frequently. Also, the Indiana Farm Bureau still has a $30,000 reward to anyone with information that leads to the arrest and conviction of Lowell Badger's killer. Anyone with information on his death should call Indiana State Police.